Hey fellas, your commissioner here. Hey fellas, your commissioner here. Hey fellas, your commissioner here.
Hey fellas, it's the commissioner's fiance coming at you with a little action, NFL action. Just messed up my hair because I'm not used to looking at myself in the camera.
What are you doing?
Oh my
You
gosh.
moved the microphone. The microphone.
Oh.
You can't even.
Hey fellas.
All right.
No, we gotta start over.
No.
We gotta start
No.
over.
No. We don't start
I can't
over.
do
No,
this.
we don't start over.
do this.
No, come on.
This is embarrassing.
Let's go. Jeez.
Let's start over.
No. It's one take. It's always one
I
take.
push record.
Yep, you did. Hey fellas, your commissioner here, coming at you for a little week one, not week 0, week 1 of NFL action. Coming at you for a little week 3 of NFL action. Here coming at you for a little week 7 of NFL action. We got a little doppelganger here, a little, coming at you for a little week 12. Week 12 of NFL action. We're back, baby, football, woo! Let's go! It's here. It's finally here. It doesn't feel real, but it's here. Another successful draft in the books. Nashville, nothing to write home about, in my opinion. I tell you, if you love live music, that's the place for you. If you want to hear the same 10 to 15 songs on maximum volume for hours and hours, no matter where you go, no matter what time of day, Nashville's your place. So, but hey, I'm in my best white shirt here, right here. Just because, hey, that's fantasy, right? Sometimes you got to roll up your sleeves. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the time to get success. It takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of heart. That's what it takes to win in fantasy, all right? The waiver wire is pretty shit, the last couple weeks because all of these waiver wire darlings, everybody already has because everybody's so sharp in this damn league that you can't get value from anybody. Kenneth Walker, LOL, go rush to the waiver wire, pick up Kenneth Walker. Yeah, bullshit. Kenneth Walker is drafted. What leagues don't draft Kenneth Walker? I'd love to play in those leagues. I'd love to just make money from playing with children and idiots who don't know what to do. What are you guys talking about? Go get these guys. These guys are owned. Of course they're owned. I mean, every single, go get Jacoby Myers. Go get all these guys every freaking week with the waiver wire articles. These guys are owned. You're giving guys that are 50%. And even guys that are 20% are owned in this league because only 20% of leagues are actually smart, probably. These little doodads, because I have a max. Hey, no. Don't mess with that. Come here. He doesn't want to get in the video. Here's Loki. He's getting big, as you can see, much bigger than the first video he was in last year. And hey Cleo, come here.
I'll hold her.
Cleo's here. She's big. She's fat. She likes to eat.
My baby.
Come here. And here's Brody.
Ugh.
So family's all here, as you can see. Brody's looking cute as ever. Oh, whoa. Look how big this guy is. I remember the last time you saw him, he was tiny. Actually, you might have seen him on a video earlier this year. I don't remember. So, there's Loki. He's getting big. Here you go. Good job. He wants to make an appearance. Hey, that's you. You see yourself? He's getting big. I think I already showed you. Look at that beast right there, boy. That's something, Look at here. Yeah, he's just chilling. He doesn't care. He's like a dog. There you go. What are you doing? What are you doing? Walking on the table. You want to be in the video? Look at this. Huh? You want to be in the video? Come here. Come on. Oh. There's Loki. He just wanted to say hi to y'all. He's looking around. What the hell? What's going on? Oh, there he is. Ford, I maybe you're waiting to see if Mike White's going to play and healthy, but if he does play, no, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Get off the table. If he does play, then you got to play him. You got to pick him up. You got to start him, you know, because I think Mike White could get 25 points pretty easily against Detroit's defense. So, brother, what are you doing? No. Get down. Bitch. You gotta trim your claws, buddy. All right. Battle of the running backs. We have Joe Mixon, Josh Jacobs. He needs a lot of attention, this guy. He needs a lot. He's just like a child. Versus Kenneth Walker. Mate, looks like he's going to play. He's off the injury report. And Bryant Robinson. Ow, motherfucker. Get down. Scratching me to shit. Come get your son. Your cat's locked in the room.
Oh my God. Which one, Loki?
Yeah. Cleo tried to rescue him. Isn't that sweet? Isn't that a good sister? Hey. So, anyways. He's just watching. Here he comes. Brody, get away from there. This guy, man, he just doesn't listen. He just doesn't get it, Brody. They'll be looking back at me like that. Yeah, see, you woke up the dragon. Yep, you're in trouble now.
Come on.
Yep, he's in trouble now. So, he'll probably be out there the rest of the night.
Gone forever, Aaron Hernandez.
On Nick's team. And, hey, Loki, get down. Get down. Get down. Psst, 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 psst. I don't actually have a spray gun, but he doesn't know that. They're good kitties, except when they're bad, which is often. So, and of course, Erica, even though no one requested her to be in the video, here she is. She's right here. You want to say anything to the league or talk about how good you're doing in your other leagues? Or...
Oh my gosh. Can we pull it up real quick? Let me give you some insight. Let me give you a little summary.
My phone's not working.
Your
Whoops.
phone works.
My phone's dead. Sorry.
Let me show you. Pull it up.
You got a phone?
It's somewhere. Let's pull it up. It's easy. I'm sorry. It won't take long. Go to... That's not the right league. I'm in 2 leagues with John.
So here's how she's doing in her league. Can you see that? Get rid of the glare. Stop. Stop.
There it is. Wait, this is the wrong league. It says this is Nick's league. It's commission, you know.
Last woman standing, Erica Simple, 3-3. So not very good. I don't know why she wanted to brag about that.
Go to the other league. Go to the other league.
That's the only league she's in.
No, I'm in 2 leagues with John. Okay, this is the one. I am. What is it? 5-1. I am 5-1.
Team Simple.
Go to my PF ratings.
Number 1 team.
PF.
Most points for by a mile.
I have a lot more points than everybody else. Points against, since Rip wanted to throw shade in my other league.
She's got the Craig Salvatore defense, folks.
Since Rip wanted to throw shade at me for having points against under 500 in that league, I have the most points, and I still have
the least amount of points. That's not something to brag about. I keep telling no.
It is.
That means you're lucky.
That's necessarily. if I'm lucky, even though I'm lucky, I'm still scoring the most points every week out of everybody.
Right.
In the
It would be something to brag about if you had the most points for and the most points against, and you're still 5-1. If you're the most points against, you might be 3-3.
No, because I should be 6-0 because that one loss I lost by 2 points. That one loss that I have, it was because I lost by 2 points. And me and that other person had the highest scores, and that was the first week. So I'm good at fantasy, boys.
She's good. Erica. Oh, here she is. We're talking about playoffs.
Okay, so real quick, I wanted to brag because this was my first, as y'all all know, I've been talking about it this whole season of, what do you call these videos?
State of the Union.
State of the Union videos. I mean, I knew that, I just couldn't think of it. But guess what? In a very competitive league, I got a bye week. It's very competitive. The top half is very competitive.
This is the same league whose trades I sent you that she tried to fleece.
Those trades, first of all, went nowhere. B. Hall is out. I got him for one game. M. Brown was hurt. Came back. He hasn't been doing anything because.
But the other trades that didn't go through, that you tried to go through.
Because DeAndre Hopkins is back, and now Kyler Murray is out with the ACL injury. I'm not really getting the most out of M. Brown. So, with that being said...
But despite all that... Through the adversity... I'm going against... Only half the league paying attention every week.
I'm going against this. He's in the top half. This guy's been doing this for how many years? About 10 years.
And I can only make the playoffs in leagues where people don't pay attention.
He didn't even get a bye week. He didn't even get a bye week in this trash league that he's always talking about.
Look at my points against. I had the most points against in the league.
No, you don't.
Yes.
2 other people do. Hunter and Ryan.
I have more points against me. I have more points against me.
Oh, against.
Against me.
But I have more points for than you do. Barely. So my team is better than your team because it outscores you.
Yeah, because you made bullshit trades.
So I'm probably impacting that points against because I beat you twice in this league.
Once.
I beat him twice in this league. Twice. But like I was saying, read it in Wheat Boys. I am number 1. 11-3 in this league. Have a bye week. Here's John down here. Number 3. I'm 1. So I will keep you posted on if I actually win the playoffs and make it to the finals and win. And I'm the champion. My first time ever having my own team, I will rip y'all to shreds if y'all don't put me on the team next year or when there's an opening because I deserve this. This right here is proof that I can compete with the best of the best.
How'd you do in Nick's
league? Now, Nick's league is different because I got a
because it's actually more competitive.
No. I got a bad draw. Y'all want to know
I got a bad draw. I got a bad draw in every league.
I was in a bad draw from when I got to pick. It should have been ladies first. That should have been the rules. But nope.
What about gender equality? Ever heard of it?
Should have been ladies first, especially since this is my first time.
Are you drunk? You're burping all over the place.
I've been eating a lot of greasy food. But yeah, that's the big news, y'all. Y'all support me. I hope I win in the next round. I hope whoever
Who do you want to win in our league? That might.
So who's in y'all playoffs? Let's see y'all playoff bracket. You didn't make it? Oh, that's so sad, baby. You didn't make it. I would like Josh Ford to win against his matchup. And I would like him to go against Ian Rip.
Against Duncan? He's playing Duncan.
But he has a baby on the way. I love Duncan, but Josh Ford, he's got a baby on the way. So, I'm going to go with that. And then against Dylan and Dylan. I can't choose between those two. Now, if one of them had a baby on the way, I would choose one of them.
Well, one's probably more likely to have one sooner than the other.
So, to make it easy, I'm just going to say I want the baby on the way to win it all.
Who do you want to win the whole thing?
I just said it.
You
to
said
win
you
it
want
all.
Ford to win the whole thing?
Yes, to win it
Okay.
all.
All
That's it. I'm done.
All right.
So.
Game was a big hurt for him. Yeah.
I just have to say that I had brunch with Nick, John,
A few weeks ago.
and Duncan right before Justin Fields started scoring those big points. And I remember Nick telling me, and you can vouch for me because you were there, oh, Justin Fields is an NFL QB. You know, he's never going to reach his maximum potential. And then, lo and behold, I find out he picks up Justin Fields, and it has benefited him tremendously. I think I am the NFL gospel whisperer. I know what I'm talking about. That's all I gotta say. Drop the mic.
That'll do it. That'll do it for Jalen Hurts.
Who told you to pick him in the first place?
Yes, I picked him last year because of Erica.
I know what I'm talking about.
Sometimes. Brandon Ayuk and Christian Watson. I mean, that's a solid quartet.
Sorry, I'm cooking. I gotta eat. I'm hungry. I didn't eat lunch today. Let's get a nice view of this beautiful salmon. It's gotta go back into the oven. I sear it on the stove top, but that's a nice looking piece of salmon. You see that? And I'm gonna put it in the oven for a good
thing I have pants on.
few. Oh.
Whoops, that could have been a bad moment. Had to get that cut. Anyways,
Just finish your video. Don't mind me. I'm in the background.
well, you know, it's just
I'm just in the background. I'm not.
you're not just into that. You're hard to ignore. You know.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
good answer.
Yeah. Hold on one second. Hello?
Up on you like that.
Huh?
At dinner. I didn't mean to hang up on you like that at dinner, but I was eating. The lady kept asking me if I was ready to order the rest of my meal.
Yeah.
People next to me were talking, and I didn't want to be talking on the phone because I was at the bar. So,
Yeah.
but I'm back in my house. My hotel room, safe and sound. Thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
Because the guys next to me were very suspect.
Yeah.
They were asking me for my birthday, my name. I told them my name was Erica, but I told them my birthday was like September 26th.
Yeah.
1994.
You should have just lied. Said your name was something else.
But I had to sign my signature on my receipt.
So?
So I just told them like my name's Erica, but I didn't tell them my last name.
Yeah. Do you want to listen to me do the video? Because I just started.
You know what? What'd you say?
I said, do you want to be the guest picker this week? I just started the video, so we can...
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot you had to do your video.
Yeah. It's all right.
Okay, so who am I picking?
Oh, I haven't started picking yet. I got to go through the recap. So do you want to just listen to the recap, and then I'll tell you when you can pick?
Okay, am I on speaker?
Yes.
Damn. So they heard all of that?
Yes.
Okay.
In a must-win scenario where Blaine's probably trying to play to secure a top 2 seed. Get him out of there.
I'm showing off my hair.
Well, you can show off your hair after. But he's making bad video.
There he goes.
Got the cats just pawing at the... Did you change the litter?
Not yet.
That's why they're scratching at the door, because
Okay,
they think they got shit and pee on their hands. So...
Okay, I'll
Come on, show out your hair. Come on.
got my hair straight.
Come on, you're not in frame.
I don't. Okay. You gotta.
Stinks.
What, the litter? I thought you said my hair stinks. I
No.
was like, oh,
That.
dang. But yeah, I got my hair so pressed, you guys. You know, a moment of beauty for the football boys.
We both got our hair did.
Yeah, we got our hair done.
Oh. Whoa.
Okay, done.
All right. Actually, turn that down. Unprofessional. I'm sorry. I apologize.
This is Serena's last freaking U.S. Open. Okay?
It's not going to be her last game. She's going to win.
I hope she wins, but this is still her last U.S. Open. I'm going to enjoy this. Sorry, but tramped in your style. Now,
All right. I think he did, right?
He did. Okay.
Huh?
I'm just trying to get you to speed the process up. I'm sorry. Like, I want to be in this. I'm sorry. You gotta hurry up. Speed it up.
Eric says I got to hurry up, so sorry, guys.
Maybe if I
I think
in
it
the
was
league,
Plunk.
Maybe if I was in the league, I would know. But I'm not a part of the league, so.
You can still watch it and be a supporting fiance. True. So we'll go through that on paper, then Savoy's. Why she has the record that she has, the team that she has. With the TheraBreath game of the week. Good matchup. So pretty good matchups, especially with, you look at his schedule down the stretch. And maybe just as a way to check how people's teams change throughout the year. Beat Cincinnati, what was it, 31-24? Did we score that many points? I don't think it was that, right? Hold on. That's what I like to refer to this team as. Breaking the last year, I was watching the recap video for last year's draft during work today because I'm a good steward of your government dollars. During that video, I also realized that holy shit, were my wide receivers bad last year. They were. It's a miracle that I even made it close to the playoffs and wasn't just a downright straight up horse ass. Yeah, I mean, I think this draft is one of my better in years, and I'm looking to get back on track. Redemption team, I'm going to break the curse. A lot of young guys, and a couple old guys. Where are you going to find this kind of analysis anywhere else, fellas? Nowhere. Just your commish right here, baby. The highest scoring team of the week, that would be yours truly, the commissioner. The power of positive thinking, folks. Optimistic Laz, optimistic commish. He's here. He's not going anywhere. He's causing good things for the Hogs. He's causing good things for his fantasy team. And, I had a lot of self-reflection this offseason, right? I had a lot of self-reflection. I looked in the mirror. I said, hey, man, I know you think that you know this fantasy shit, but it's not producing results on the field. So here's what you need to do. You need to get back in the lab. You need to get back on the grind. You need to put in the time, put in the effort, roll your sleeves up, white collar, blue collar. So blue collars, the tough guys, even though it's a white shirt. I don't know. I digress. And you're not good enough to do this on your own. Okay? Nobody is, unless you're the luckiest guy to ever walk the face of the earth. And I'm starting to see the fruits of my labors right here. I feel like we're going to be the highest scoring team in the league, and I think that we can beat anybody in this league on any given Sunday. I know it for a fact. So, hey, I don't fucking need the fab. All right, I don't need it.
You can do that?
Yes, I can do that. I'm the commissioner. I can do whatever the hell I want. Okay? Because I'm already looking ahead. I'm in a position where I'm trying to set myself up for the buys, for playoffs, and I looked at it, and I think that Gerald Everett will help me withstand the buys and will set me up for great success going into the playoffs. Held on by the skin of my teeth against Diggs. Oh, Diggs. Ooh, you son of a gun. You almost had me, you bastard. You almost had me, but you did it. Because power positive thinking, optimistic commish, optimistic Laz is here. He got the Hogs a dub on Saturday. He got his team a dub on Monday. I was starting to falter a little bit. I was starting to crack. Optimistic commish is still here. Don't get it twisted. But optimistic and realistic commish are starting to meet. Realistic commish is here. Okay? And they've looked like dog shit. Things got to turn around quite quickly. Otherwise, it's not looking good. So I called my team right last year. I think I'm going to call my team right again this year. So, oh my God. No, this team sucks ass, dude. This is a worse ass team. Very indicative, of course, you can see here in the tank top. Kind of messed up my hair a little bit. Get a little disheveled looking. Because it's dark times. It's dark times for your old commissioner. Probably one of the darkest times in my football, fantasy football, hog football time. I don't even know the words, fellas. The words are escaping me. Because that's just how bad I've been beaten down. Not only by my dog shit fantasy team, but by the Arkansas Razorbacks dog shitness. I just don't have much hope for my team. I really don't. I think it's going to be a 5-game losing streak. And despite the strong start, 3-1 start, probably not making the playoffs. So if I win this game, maybe could turn the season around, but losing it's a stick a fork in me. So I feel like Dan Campbell, man. We're so close, man. We're so close. I'm gutted for this team, man. Gosh, I just wish you guys could see how close we are and the progress we're making, because we're just so close. But yet here we are at a shitty 3-5. So at least we're not as bad as the Lions, who are 2-6. So, or maybe worse than that. I don't want it to be true, but it probably is. So I'm going to go off on my team for quite a minute here. All right, and then that brings us to our dog shit, puke all over themselves, fall down, Leverett, wake up in the hospital ER room looking like Harvey Dent. Team of the week, Curse of the 101 with Russell, Mr. Limited with a shoulder. Because, this guy, hey, Broncos country, let's die. Because that's what it makes me feel like. Curse of the 101 country, let's die. Because this guy, talking all of his bullshit, got his concussion bubble waters, got the hurt shoulder, PRP injection, which apparently won't even do, doctors have said this will do nothing to help his injury at all. Just missing guys. Not even, he had KJ Hamler wide open to win the game. He doesn't look at him. He had Jerry Jeudy open for a 20-yard play. Doesn't look at him. I don't know if it's scheme. I don't know if it's Russ. It's probably a little bit of both. But this is just pathetic from Russ. I mean, this guy is, you ought to call him Russell Walshlin, because this guy is washed. He's cooked. He's done. He can't play anymore. And what sucks is that the Broncos have the easiest schedule, quarterback-wise, position group-wise, for the rest of the year. But guess what? He's going to have to be on my bench for almost all of those games, because I can't trust the guy. It's all about trust. I can't trust him. All right? I can't trust this team that has been underperforming now 2 weeks out of the last 3 of scoring under 100 points. And you just look down the roster. James Conner gets hurt again mid-game and doesn't play basically the whole second half. This is now the second or third time that's happened this year. McCaffrey's finally unlocked. Great. Sutton, again, you take away a bully ball that he took from one of his teammates. He was looking at a 4 for 20 game. Denver, 4 for 20. You get it? And Christian Kirk has just disappeared. Every single week, his production has dropped. Guess what he's going to do next week to follow up this 2.1? Probably a goose egg. He's probably going to get a goose egg. Brandon Cooks looks cooked. He has been terrible. He's getting out-targeted, outperformed by Nico Collins. Just refused to throw him the ball. I guess teams are taking him away. I don't know. Gerald Everett, terrible, 1.2 points. And we just wasted Gabe Davis's best game he's probably going to have all season. 32.1 points, 3 catches, 171 yards, 2 touchdowns. And we don't break 100 points with that. If you ever get 30 points from a position player and you fail to score 100 points, you should be punished. You should be stripped of something. I don't know. Maybe you should be stripped naked and paraded in the streets like Cersei Lannister. Shame. Shame. Because that's the way I feel right now about this bullshit that this team continues to put out. Yes, they're capable of putting up 130 points a week, but they're also very capable that high ceiling, low floor, because this shit is not going to cut it. And I've been just biding my time. Swift is hurt again, whatever. Out the last 2 weeks, gonna be out this week on a bye. Michael Thomas doesn't like to play football. He got a clipped toenail wrong, and he doesn't want to play for 2 fucking weeks. You know, Freiermuth is now in concussion protocol, which with the new concussion protocol, you're gonna be out for a month probably. Wandale doesn't play. I picked up Devontae Parker. Why? I don't know. He got 0 points. And it's just pathetic. I need something from my team. These are good players that are on this team, guys. You listen to me now. My teammates, listen to me. You are good players. Start fucking acting like it and performing, because this team could easily be 5-0. But you're not. Ever get my fucking players to get healthy and play? Michael Thomas, looking at you. DeAndre Swift, looking at you. Then I'd probably be 5-1, but I'm not. I've won 1 game since DeAndre Swift got hurt. So the shit that I've seen 2 of the last 3 weeks, I'm not happy with it. I'm not standing for it anymore. Optimistic Commish died. He died this week, and he's gone. Okay, he's gone. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Okay, and this is the sloppiest team I've seen since the John L. Smith era. And we're getting blown off the ball on offense and defense every fucking play. And if we can't do that, we're not going to do shit. I mean, this team is just extremely frustrating. Granted, expectations were probably too high. But if they keep playing the way that they've played the last 2 weeks, we will win maybe 1 or 2 more games the rest of the season. And there's got to be adjustments. There's got to be adjustments made by play calling. I don't know. The receivers, terrible. Chase Claypool was the leading scorer for my team. So that just tells you how the old commish is doing when Chase Claypool is the leading scorer for my team on the week. It's just really disheartening right now. I mean, I don't know. I really hope they can right the ship, but optimistic commish is dead. I mean, this team is just, I don't know. It's not good. It's not good. Something needs to change very quickly. As you can see here, trying to switch up the vibes a little bit. Get back to some positive lies. Optimistic commish, maybe. Obviously, my team has not responded extremely well to the negative commish. So we'll switch the flow up. Just having fun. Flow. Nice and breezy, beautiful. Cover girl. I'm not going to make the playoffs. It's fine. I'm probably going to win the horse ass. It's fine. It's fine. I felt this coming. I felt this coming up. That was something I was like, this just seems like the most obvious trap letdown game in league history, maybe. And sure enough, I fell for the rat poison. I fell for the trap, the honeypot. And Craig got my ass. Literal physical shit that my team put out on the virtual field this week. It's unacceptable, and I don't know that it's going to get much better for my team either down the stretch. I mean, Swift got 5 touches, 50 yards, 5 touches. If he's not healthy, Dan, just don't play him. Don't play him. Don't stop doing this bullshit we just need to see more out of DeAndre on the sideline, and I don't get. He touches the ball 5 times a game now. He gets he's on the field for 25% of the damn snaps. That's it, 25%. He's getting Justin Jackson or Justin whatever the hell is getting 25% of the snaps. It just makes no sense. The coaching staff hates him. They don't like good players in Detroit. It doesn't matter how good the quarterback is talent-wise. If they're on my team, they're gonna be brought down to mediocrity. If I get 20 points from my quarterback, that's the ceiling. That's the best case scenario for a quarterback on my team is to score 20 points. And Herbert has done nothing since he got to my team. Again, I just sound like a broken record. Oh, Laz finally doesn't have to worry about quarterback. Bullshit, I don't. This is what quarterbacks do on my team. They come to my team and die. They die. I mean, Justin Herbert had nobody to throw to for the majority of the game. He's got DeAndre Carter, Trey McKitty, Josh Palmer. I mean, these guys are bums off the street. It's not good times. I mean, 4-6, but even if I win out, which is not going to happen. I mean, this is not a playoff team, and if it is in the playoffs, it's going to get promptly kicked the fuck out after one game. So Connor and I are going to battle it out probably in the horse-ass bracket. Fortunately for him, he has good players on his bench that are going to come back and help his team down the stretch. I don't, so...
And then these guys bringing their bad vibes? Bro, I'm straight up not having a good time.
I made a mistake. I fucked up. Is that what you want to hear? Write it. Write it. I fucked up. All right? I yelled in Craig's living room about Ford, about how good my team was. Okay? Clearly that was a mistake. All right? I paid my dues. I deserve some lucky breaks. I don't deserve Joe Mixon scoring 55 fucking points on my head out of nowhere. I don't deserve that. What have I done to deserve that? I yelled a little bit. I paid my dues. I spent 4 fucking weeks scoring less than 100 points. You've made your point, fantasy gods. You've made your point. Okay? I'm sick of it. I want to fucking win. I haven't won in over a month. Over a month I haven't won. The newly rebranded I Hate Football, rebranded from the Curse of the 101, which is clearly has not lost its fastball. Clearly, it just corrodes your team from the inside out. And I outscored 7 other fucking teams this week, but whatever. I don't need it. I don't need the win. I don't care. It doesn't matter. You know, I've lost to these dog shit teams. I've lost to Craig twice. I've lost to Duncan. You know, I've lost to teams. I've lost to teams who aren't good. These teams, Duncan and Craig and Duncan aren't good, but yet I've lost to them. Whatever. I'm 3-5. No, I'm sorry. I'm 3-6. 3-6. I've lost 5 games in a row. If I don't win the next 5 in a row, if I lose one more game, I'm done. I mean, I'm done. I'm done. And, you know, I will gladly take the mantle of horse ass. So, exciting. It's never happened before. I've always wanted it. So,
You gotta get it on
my bachelor party. So, that's fun. Anyways, I've ran the league for freaking 11 years. How many times have I been to the championship? Like twice? 3 times maybe? And how many times have I won? Once? How many times have I been to the playoffs the last 5 years? Once. That's it. This last 7 years. Once. So anyway, it's not about me. It's about you guys. It's not about me. Moving on to our second team, the EDP 445 all-girls school. I think he rebranded Youth Girl Academy or something like that. He'll change his team name at least half a dozen times before the season's over. So versus if you lose to me, you really suck. Savoy with his first rebrand of the year. Who could have guessed that? Anyways, you know, what's there really to say about Savoy's team? You know, Savoy's team is going to be dangerous, I think, in the horse ass. He's not going to make the playoffs, but that Charger triple stack is good enough to win him plenty of games to get him 500, right where he belongs. Jeff Fisher of the league. I said something good about you. This is the second year in a row that you've pulled your ass down and showed it to the rest of the league, basically, by not setting a valid lineup. I don't like the way that Savoy is disrespecting this league, and it's honestly it's an insult to all of you owners. I'm not mad. You know, you can do that to me. I'm the commissioner. I'm used to it. I'm used to all the hate and all the blame and the bad talk. but it's not right to do that to these 10 other guys, okay? And I got on your ass last year about it, and I'm getting on your ass again this year about it, and I'm sick of it, all right? And you told me during the draft, if you go win horse ass again this year, that you're out of the league. I don't want to ever hear that talk from anybody in this league, okay? If you win horse ass, be the first back-to-back horse ass, you'll be the best horse ass again, and you'll be in the league again the next year, and you'll always be in the league. That's what I want, Savoy. But you keep doing these things, and that tells me that you don't want to be here. So, I don't know. It's figured out.
Yeah, Savoy, what the fuck are you doing?
As a repeat offender, I really wanted to bring the hammer down on you. That language isn't in the Constitution. Okay, so I don't want to just, make things up. Yes, I can do that. I'm the commissioner. I can do whatever the hell I want. Erica's telling me to chill, so at least you have Erica in your corner, because you damn sure don't have me right now. So, and it hurts me, because I want to be in your corner, Savoy. I want to be. Whatever. I mean, I don't see Savoy making the playoffs this year, and I think there's many more losses in his future ahead. So, not a playoff team. Not a playoff team, though, as currently constructed. Third, we got Razorback Revival. I think a really solid draft from Nick. He's been really getting a lot better at this over the last couple of years. I'm really proud of him, because I know it's certainly been a struggle for him. Good job, buddy. Scamp. Folks, you got to ask yourselves, Nick maybe has Nick lost a step? This is his worst start to a season in league history for Mr. Nicholas. He plays Savoy and only puts up 67, so he really sucks. But yeah, pathetic. It's pathetic. He needs a quarterback desperately. He needs running back help desperately. But yeah, you got to flip one of these wide receivers, Nick. You're an idiot. Don't be like Rip. I'll get to him too in a minute. But of course, knowing Nick and his little tricks. 3-game win streak, massive surge down the home stretch here. And this is what great owners do. Bad ones like Wilson, they die down the stretch. Craig died down the stretch. Lost 4 in a row. Lost 3 in a row. Good owners dominate. And that's what Nick's done. It looked a very, very real reality just a few weeks ago that, Plunk and Nick were both going to see their longest active playoff made streaks end this season. Barring a miracle or some sort of magic happening, he's going to be in. He's going to be in. So it's still possible he can miss, but he's put himself in an extremely good position to sneak his way in there. Monumental loss for Nick. To fall to 500 and fall out of the playoffs. His first time missing the playoffs. And how long? He has made the playoffs. The last time he missed the playoffs was 2016. 2016 and so 5 years, or 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, 5 years of making the playoffs in a row. He's missed the playoffs now twice since the inception of the league. He's missed the playoffs in 2016 and 2022. So, a staple of this league, one of the best owners in the league. So next we got Discount Double Check. This is the owner who
just upset over finishing second in the ratings again. Ooh. I guess I have to take you at your word. Number 2.
Excuse him, what? Number 2.
And Rip, Juggernaut. He's the number 1 team in the power rankings, and for the second season in a row, probably is going to be the 1 seed and probably be the perennial, the odds-on favorite to win the whole thing. Any thoughts, Erica, before I get to our last game?
No thoughts.
No thoughts on Rip?
Okay, Rip is a beast. That's all I gotta say is probably gonna be Rip.
Even though he only scored 71 points this week?
Well, I only scored 70 in Nick's league, and I have a pretty damn good team, but my team only scored 70 points somehow.
So what's your record in that league? Is it 3-4?
Yeah, something like that. 3-4, but anything can happen in fantasy. Just because he had one bad week, he gonna bounce back probably really good this week and be back to the top.
Yeah, he is still leading the league in scoring by almost 100 points. So
exactly. So I think he's gonna come back this week and dominate in this league.
Yeah.
So I put my faith in Rip. So.
I mean, Rip's a wagon. Rip's not going to be in any game of the weeks for the foreseeable future, unless he has injuries, because his team just can't be touched. I mean, his team is clearly, just like last season, the best team in the league. Cruise to the 1 seed, cruise to the league scoring title, and just has to hope he has a little bit better luck in the semis and the finals, unlike last season. But he loses one more guy, it's going to be a little bit shaky. And let me just tell you right now, if you're thinking about trading Rip, don't even waste your breath. Don't even waste your finger muscles. Don't text him, because this guy doesn't know what players are valued at to save his damn life. This freaking guy. And it's every year with this guy. And this is why he's very, very fortunate and very, very lucky to even have the one championship that he has. Okay, if it wasn't for overtime and a miracle performance from the Green Bay Packers, his ass would not be what it is. Okay, he's riding high off of the Cooper Kupp and Deebo Samuel keeps. Okay, great value, whatever. And his team is very good. But it's this hesitancy to not make a very good team even better. And it's your unwillingness to say that, to not be able to identify good players out there and just sit on your laurels and be content with the way your team is, say, oh, I need running back depth. I need running back depth. I have 7 running backs. I need running back depth. I have Derrick Henry. I have Breece Hall. I have Devin Singletary. I have Alexander Madison. I have Kenneth Gainwell. I have J.D. McKissick. I have Latavius Murray. But I won't trade any of them. The world, I don't get it. And this is the way this guy always is. This guy is Chapman. For those who know, the Prescott Chapman, whatever the hell their name is, I don't know. I don't care. He just doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. And I forget every season. Every season I trick myself into thinking this is the year that Rip's going to be rational. He's going to make a legitimate trade. No muss, no fuss. And every year, egg on my face, it doesn't work out. It doesn't happen because this guy is just, he's so set in his ways. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And that kind of thinking and that kind of managing is why you're going to be the 1 seed again. You're going to be the scoring champion again. And you're going to lose your first game coming out of the playoffs to some team who was scrapping and clawing, making moves, wheeling and dealing. And they're going to beat your ass week round in the semifinals of the playoffs. So next we got the Cooter Gain. JD, former champion. For JD, I mean, this is probably the worst roster in the league. It's not a lot to get excited about. There's not a lot of sex appeal to this team. You know what I mean? He's not winless bad. His team's not winless bad. Certainly not. So, God, man, I like the names on JD's roster. I really do. I think it's a good team. I don't think that this team should be 0-4, but it is. It's one of the lower scoring teams in the league. And just be perfectly blunt with you, an 0-4 team has never made the playoffs. And I don't know that this is a year that trend bucks. So, I think JD will be okay going forward. He'll be a fringe playoff team. Wouldn't surprise me if he missed it or made it. Kickers' lives matter. Not a lot to say here. I'm going to rip through Duncan's team because he ripped through his team. He was asleep for half his fucking picks. Duncan Bulch. Kickers' lives matter. And I tell you right, after that A&M game, kickers sure don't matter one damn bit to me. I do not hold Duncan's team in high esteem. I don't think that it's a very good team, but was right. I was right. I retroactively taking back what I said in the week 1 preview about, in the draft recap, about Duncan's team being just absolute horseshit, because it's been nothing but a a sharp decline week over week for Duncan's teams, and it's just fucking pathetic what it is, Duncan. It is. Boy, that sticker placement for the last one on Duncan was just a gem, wasn't it? And I see all those little rip marks up there. That was from Duncan too. So, good job, buddy. I had one shot and you blew it. It's just pathetic, Duncan. It's pathetic. Now, I think we have a contender for horse ass right here. Yeah, Duncan, D. D for Duncan. Hey, how about that? Duncan, don't let Duncan get hot now. He's won 2 in a row. Duncan was 0-4. Dead in the water. And he's rattled off 3 straight wins. Huge game for Duncan. He needs it. If he can get back to 500, he's a team who was left for dead. He started the season 0-4. Dead. I mean, and he's been able to just fight and scratch and claw his way into playoff contention. He's in the playoffs right now, if I'm not mistaken. And congratulations, Duncan. Congrats. I got nothing else to say, but congratulations. You worked your tail off for it, and you did the improbable. Not only did you break the longest active losing streak in league history of 13 losses in a row, and first team in league history to start 0-4 and make it to the playoffs. It's never been done before. Duncan is a nice guy. And if he beats Ford, he's essentially, taking future diapers and future food right out of, Ford's baby's mouth. And we all know, if a child of Ford, how much they're probably going to be able to eat and put away. So just keep that in mind, Duncan. Just keep that in mind. I know you will. Next, we got the cataclysmic catches. Ooh, it stinks. Cats, they suck. Can't trust a Wilson. That's what I always say. It's not an exciting roster that Wilson has, but I think he's got the right pieces in place to be able to make a playoff push. But the bad news is that Wilson's good. Wilson's actually good this year. But yeah, I think Wilson's going to be okay. I think he's on his way for maybe making the playoffs for the first time since he's been in the league. So Wilson's 2-0. I think for the first time in his tenure. Oh, good job, Wilson. Get off to a hot start, and like I said, I really think that Wilson can do something special this season. And by special, I mean just make the playoffs, because it's never happened for him in this league. So, and Wilson, don't look now. Wilson's the number 1 team in the league for the first time ever. I'm pretty sure he's 7-2, sole possession of first place, won 3 in a row, and God bless you, Wilson. I don't know. Every dog has his day. Every cat has his day, I guess. So, Wilson, bless his heart, he's just fighting and clawing here to stay alive. 4-2. Well, he's not fighting to stay alive. He's in a very good position. I don't know why I said that. I think he has some pretty solid matchups this week. I take that back. His matchups are pretty shit. And drops Wilson to a 3-game losing streak. 3 weeks ago, whenever I said this, that Wilson basically, whenever he's number 1 team in the league, had a playoff spot basically locked up. It's like, well, there is still a chance he could lose out. And if he loses out, he probably won't make the playoffs if he falls to 7-7. And, we're over halfway there, folks. 3 out of the last 4 weeks, Wilson has scored under 100 points. And, he's on a 4-game losing streak. Coincidence? I think not. And you got to think that maybe he got a little bit of hubris, flew a little bit close to the sun, and I think his true colors are coming out here. And maybe it even has a little bit to do with the fact that you got Christmas parties and other things of the like, and you don't invite your old commissioner. I can only chalk your bad luck up to the disrespect that you've had for your commissioner by continuing only considering the Northwest Arkansas gang, the Bella Vista Bandits, as like the only people who fucking exist in the league. All right? No more of that. All right? No more of that, and maybe your luck will start turning around, okay? It's common courtesy. Okay, you ever heard of it? A little respect. So, anyways, whatever. Wilson, okay week, honestly. 118. I'm almost starting to feel a little bad. Almost. Don't worry, I didn't forget, last week, the snub. I hope y'all had a beautiful, wonderful, magical Christmas time on Saturday. Because Lord knows you're not seeing it on the fantasy football field, okay? He's in for some bad times, and he is staring, going from first place 4 weeks ago or 5 weeks ago to missing the playoffs. That's a very, very stark, real reality that Wilson is facing. To be 7 and 7-2, I think, and to lose out. He's 7-2. To lose your last 5 remaining games to finish at 500 and miss the playoffs? That might happen. And if something historic happens, which we'll get into during the preview, boy, you're in trouble. You're in trouble, buddy. So, yeah. Boy.
This video is for all the people who didn't think Dylan could make it into the prestigious playoffs of Bring That Wood Fantasy Football League. I'm here today to tell you, fuck you. Actually, make it a double fuck you. Because not only one, but 2 Dylans got in the playoffs. That's right. A double dose of Dylan. Some would call it double penetration. Yeah, feels pretty nice. Ask your wife. Not mine, though. Yet. But yeah, it feels great to be in the playoffs. I've worked so hard. I now know what it takes to make to the playoffs. A lot of, long nights, not a lot of sleep, skipping meals, crunching the numbers, all that bullshit. Didn't do any of that. But, being in the playoffs feels so good. Now I can sit back and, relax, watch as the horse's ass gets figured out. Hopefully it's not Savoy again, but, hey, the cards fall where they fall. But I would like to give a special shout out to Blaine, the Swamp Donkeys. He sent a lot of encouraging text messages during my losing streak, so I'd like to give out an honorary to the Swamp Donkeys. But anyways, so excited. Can't wait for the playoffs this year and every other year from now on. I'm gonna be in that bitch repeatedly like your mama. Anyways, go Hogs.
All right. I haven't seen your video yet, actually, Wilson. I'm going to see it whenever I'm editing, but gotta love that Wilson charm, right? Expect nothing but the best from Wilson. We finally got our first guest appearance. Oh, she's not even in here. Thought she was going to get offended by that. First guest appearance by a league member of the season. It took 15 weeks, but it finally happened. I totally agree with everything you said about your team, Wilson, and I'm looking forward and rooting for you in the playoffs. So, but unfortunately for Wilson, he got cute. He benched David Montgomery. Miles Sanders didn't do anything. If he put in David Montgomery, he would have won. He would have been advancing. You hate to see that. You hate to see that whenever, you have somebody on your bench that if you plugged in, you would have won. Swamp Donkeys, I'm a little scared by Blaine's team. Blaine is an absolute monster. But Blaine, his team's just phenomenal. Josh Allen, Saquon, what a steal. Probably the best pick of the first round. ETN is stepped up. He is the guy. He looks like an elite prospect that everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college. Blaine has sent his champion to fight the battles against the number one overall team in the league, Kadarius Toney. projected to lose 113-3. So pretty close. Blaine hasn't played his tricks in quite some time throughout this season. I guess he's finally feeling cocky enough, feeling good enough in his team that he's back to his tricks, his shenanigans. Blaine's 4-3, but I mean, honestly, he might now be the best team in the league. I think he can go toe to toe with Rip, 1A, 1B. If he could get solid production out of one of his tight end, his second round pick tight end, and Kyle Pitts, I think he'd be all right. Blaine, hey, if you ever want Gerald Everett or Pat Freiermuth, just come talk to me. I'll give you either one of them for maybe DeAndre Hopkins. So I'll throw in Michael Thomas too, because I'm a nice guy. Because he doesn't play football anymore, but that can be our little secret. The sky's the limit for Blaine. I mean, honestly, he's 5-3, but in my mind, he is the team to beat. He is the best team as it stands right now, as rosters are currently constructed. I don't think that a team can go against his running backs and wide receiver combo. I don't think Blaine's going to have any issues getting to the playoffs with his roster as it is. So, and Blaine, congrats, buddy. The new league villain. A lot of people hate you. They don't want to see you win. They don't want to see you be successful. And you still have my full support. I think you deserve it. You put it in your dues. You played the game the right way. Maybe this season not so much, but whatever. You got a stacked team. Let's see if you can do it. There's been plenty of stacked teams so far through seasons past, and they haven't won the whole thing. Just ask Duncan whenever he was the 1 seed, got bounced his first game a few years ago. I think this is tough for a lot of people in this league. You would think that everyone would want Blaine to win because he's been always the bridesmaid and never the bride. But, like I said a few weeks ago, a lot of people are rumbling around that they don't like this new Blaine. They don't like Blaine whenever he's winning. They like Blaine whenever he's the scrappy underdog and fighting his way and just having a good time. Blaine, he obviously last season took a heavy toll on him, and he had to step away from the game for a few little Tom Brady retirement. But he's back, fresh outlook on life, fresh outlook on fantasy, just having fun, and it's worked wonders for him this season. Keep rolling along here. We got the Dirty Birds, our back-to-back champion, 3-time, three-peat, never been done. And he should not be named. Connor with an O-R. That's the way Connor spells his name, C-O-N-N-O-R. It's tough. I mean, Punk has some really good talent on his team. I have a tough time buying. I don't think that he's going to just go on a long winning streak here and lock up a playoff spot. Punk continues to harvest third-string running backs. And, his running back room is dog shit. But his wide receiver room is just, let's call a spade a spade. It's been pretty dog shit. If anybody can do it, I'm certainly not going to count Plunk out. But, and I appreciate everyone in the league banding together because I know, not for lack, he's not talked to me, but I know that not through lack of effort, he's been trying to trade. I would be stunned if he has not talked to a single owner about trying to make a trade. And credit to you guys for staying strong. Stay strong with him, all right? Don't give in to him. Don't give in to Nick. And let them suffer. It would be a great, beautiful sight. It would, oh my God, I might finish if Plunk and Nick, owners of the longest active playoff make streak in league history, if they both miss the playoffs in the same year. That would be chef's kiss. Love it. You would love to see it. Knock Connor down to an 0-1 start, and hopefully he goes 0-2, and then 0-3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, and then he's just dead. He's dead. His playoff team is dead. His championship hopes are dead and buried. Nothing would warm my heart more than to see him go on a super long losing streak to start the season. I think we'd all love to see it, guys. I really do. So I don't know where he keeps finding all this roster space without cutting players, but whatever. He cheats. This guy is just probably one of the luckiest owners I've seen over the span of the last 3 years, 3 seasons. How every break just seems to go his way blows my mind. You got to think that the luck has got to run out eventually, right? So Connor is gonna skate by the skin of his teeth. I know he is. He's gonna sneak his way into the playoffs and go on some bullshit run, I'm sure, and win a 4th title in a row. But as of right now, this team's bullshit. I mean, he has no running backs to speak of outside of Alvin Kamara, who finally came crashing back down to reality this week. He's got no wide receivers except nobody. He's got none. His wide receiver room without Jamar Chase is one of the worst in the leagues, and my wide receivers are dog shit. It's a pretty sad state of affairs. The fact that how Connor's even 4-5 is a marvel to me, because this could easily be a 2-7 team and be contending for the horse ass. Plunk also started an ineligible lineup, something that it blew my mind. I couldn't believe it. Whenever waivers ran on Sunday morning, I was stunned. I mean, this guy is a 3-time champion. He is extremely active at all times during the league year, and he didn't even put in a bid for a quarterback. He put in a bid for Marvin Jones. And, I was thinking, well, okay, there's still hope for him. He started an inactive player again. Oh, geez, I just about forgot. He did it again. Is your name Britney Spears, Connor? Oops, I did it again. You are a 3-time champion. You're a league scoring champion. You're one of the most successful owners, maybe the most successful owner this league has ever seen. And you pulled this shit for the 2nd time in about, 3 weeks of starting an inactive player? Oh, gotta love late scratches. Like, his shit wasn't, signs were pointing to him not playing from Friday on. And a good owner, a savvy owner such as yourself, always has to have a backup plan ready to go, just in case there is a late scratch. And if you're worried about it, then go ahead and swap him out. If you don't think he's going to play, I mean, the fact that this has happened 4 fucking times this season between 2 owners is driving me up the damn wall, okay? I'm about sick and tired of this shit. Connor, if this is what you're going to do whenever you're out of the running for a playoff berth, then guess what? You know what? Maybe this isn't the league for you, okay? This isn't the Dynasty League. This isn't Nick's League, where you can do whatever the fuck you want and not set a good lineup and not get penalized for it. This is the show. This is the big leagues. And it makes me sick. It makes me sick to my stomach that you specifically would be doing this. Power rankings of owners I think would never do this shit. It would be Nick Wheeler, number 1 of never doing it. Connor Plunk is number 2. It's mind-boggling to me. It's mind-boggling. And I'm sick of it. And, in the sad state of reality is that you're probably not even going to win horse ass, even though you deserve it. I'm tired of it. How the mighty have fallen. That this is the shit that Connor puts out there. And I know it's unacceptable for him, but he's had a rough couple weeks in about all of his leagues. And he's only trying to lose games in one of them. And it's pretty astounding. This is just dog shit, Connor, and he knows that. I mean, he's lost 2 in a row now, back-to-back weeks below 75, and he falls to 4-6. What insults can I even throw at Connor anymore? What insults can I even throw at him? I've thrown them all. I've thrown him in the book. He called me a few days ago to apologize for his poor performance, just poor. Which is not a word that you would ever think would be used in the same sentence as Connor, because he's quite the opposite of that. But it's just been a very sad sight to see. It really is. It really has been a sad sight to see our 3-time champion. As soon as the cards turn against him, to just say whatever, I'm done. Basically, I never thought I would see that from him, and it makes me look at him in a different light, a little bit different perspective going forward. Lost 5 in a row, 4-9. Bad. It's very bad. Wow, bad. This is like whenever you first joined the league, bad. The Crompton days. And ding dong, the Wicked Witch is dead, fellas. I mean, just an absolutely abysmal year from Connor. You had to know it was coming sooner or later. You just had to. And there's no way that a guy, unless he's paying off the league or, paying off the devil, is able to win 3 championships in a row, be in the playoffs for like 6 years in a row, 7 years in a row running, 6 years, I believe, running, and just keep getting away with it. It was impossible. It was improbable. It was improbable, more so. Next, we got...
What the hell was that? May I present to you my spy in the Ministry of Defense?
The Fat Bastards, Ford. We got #GirlDad, the Fat Bastards. There was a time, believe it or not, that Ford was he was making the championship game, or he wasn't making the playoffs. He was like the Giants every other year. He's never winning. That stiff D of Ford, the Fat Bastards, smothering their opponents. As the Lord taketh, the Lord also giveth. The fantasy gods also giveth. So, he took Javonte Williams from him, but he tore Rashad Penny's ankle in half to be able to give him Kenneth Walker. Ford could figure out how to get more than 0 points from his tight end. He wins this game. Hey, congrats, Ford. You finally got points from your tight end. It wasn't 0, but it was only 3.9 points. Pretty pathetic. So next year, we got our newest addition to the league, Shade's Shadynasty. Welcome, Mr. Shade, replacing Forrest Smith after his one-and-done year. He's already busting Duncan's balls a couple times during the draft like he was a seasoned vet. I love to see it. So, I'm excited for Shade to be a part of the Bring That Wood, and I think we've got our 12th member for years to come. I think we're going to keep this 12 group together for decades, is my hope. So it's just not having the right touch as a manager. Why would you ever start Carson Wentz if you don't have to? It was a fluke. The beginning few weeks was a fluke. Okay, it's done. It's fairy dust. It's gone. So he should be cut if he isn't already, especially now that he hurt his finger. Don't even waste an IR spot on him. Just cut him. Nobody's going to pick him up. He did drop Carson Wentz. Good lad. JD just absolutely mollywopped D Shade this week. What I've been hoping somebody could do to this guy for all season. He did it. Gets to 2-5. Drops D Shade to 3-4. He's lost 2 in a row.
Paul, have you been hoping this whole season that somebody Millie rocks D Shade? Because it's not like his team is doing that good where he needs somebody to show him or humble him based off of his record. So why did you want somebody to do that to D Shade?
Well, 2 weeks ago he was sitting at 3-2. He'd been doing pretty well. But not really scoring too many points. But still winning games, kind of like Craig. But really, it's just because he's a newbie. I mean, I don't want any new person to come into the league and have success. Because what does that say about the rest of us? It makes us look like fools.
I want somebody to come in and make y'all look like shit.
It happened. Jacob Rawlings, the first year he was in the league, he won the whole thing. JD, the first year he was in the league, he won the whole thing. I'm pretty sure it was his first year. I could be mistaken. Maybe it was his second year, but I'm pretty sure it was his first year. I mean, really, there used to be a good track record of it happening until Duncan joined and he's shit. Savoy joined, shit. Wilson joined. Shit. I mean, all three of the guys. I mean, basically, if you join the league, you either win horse ass or you win the titles. In the playoffs, first season, first time making the playoffs. So congrats, D Shade. It's much better first season than a lot of other owners. The last 3 owners who have come into the league have had. So I guess 4 if you count Forrest. There are other owners in this league who have 2 wins. Shit, have all of their wins almost under or right about at 100 points. Whatever. Who am I to judge? The water always finds its level. It happened last year with this guy, and that'll happen again, but we'll get to him in a minute. And last but not least, we got Mr. Salvatore, doesn't contribute. I said a lot of nice things, I think, about Craig's team. I think I said that he was going to be in the playoffs. I don't know, looking back on it, that I'm necessarily sold on that. And Craig, I still don't believe in Craig's team. It doesn't contribute, doesn't score points. The 4th time in 5 games that he doesn't break 100 points. Terrible game from Brady, despite being in full control of that game. Ezekiel Elliott, terrible. Eli Mitchell got hurt. CeeDee Lamb, bum. T. Higgins, concussion protocol. Hunter Renfrow is an accountant, not a football player. And, his best non-quarterback position player was Albert O. 8.3 points, Albert O. But, Craig has some guys on the bench that can produce. Just a matter of finding the right configuration. That's because he's most likely going to end up in the horse ass, not necessarily, but he might. That's going to keep him, but he's certainly one to keep your eye on for horse ass with his propensity, especially early on in the season, despite those names, despite the talent, not being able to seem to break 100 points all that often. Maybe I was wrong to put him in the playoffs. I was wrong last year on Craig's team by saying he wasn't going to make the playoffs, and then he rattled off like 6 wins in a row or something like that. But this isn't good, Craig. This isn't good. I think you know that. You got good players. You got good names. That's the thing. They just don't produce, and they're not producing. And I wonder, maybe you got a lot of guys that are maybe frauds. Maybe they're frauds. Maybe CD's a fraud. Maybe Zeke's a fraud. Maybe Tom Brady's now a fraud. Maybe Hunter Renfro's a fraud. And how appropriate would that be? The fraud contributors or something like that. So, team fraud. Frauding Craig's fantasy hopes. Something like that. That would be a catchy team name for old Craig. Hipster Craig. The hipster frauds. Fraudulent hipsters. Something like that. You know what I mean? I'm just spitballing here, Slipped my mind. Not so fast, my friend. You thought you almost got off the hook, I bet. So, Craig, the fraudster, Craig. That's what he needs to. That's what he needs to change his team name to. His team fraud, frauding America, fraudulent fraudsters. The Ponzi scheme, maybe. Maybe that could be his team name. I don't know, something like that, because this guy has the, let's just check here, the lowest amount of points scored in the league and has the lowest amount of points against. Craig has, like I mentioned, scored less than 600 points. He's averaging less than 100 points per game. He has broken 100 points per game just twice on the season out of 6 games, if I'm not mistaken. And he is what? JD's team is pretty bad too. So he's only the lowest scoring team by about 50 points. But hey, this is one of the weeks. Good job. Hey, you broke 100 points. So that was great. That was great for him. Happy for you. Congrats, Craig. You finally broke 100 points for the first time this season. Shade does get the win, 162 to 132. That'll teach Craig to try to put up more than 100 points, because it doesn't work out for him now very well, does it? So, but hey, at least you didn't have Hunter Renfrow, so we'll cut you some slack on that. Sorry, Craig, for picking on you, but it's just the first thing that popped to mind. So, Craig had an $18 bet on Sterling Shepard. Good for you, Craig. Good for you. Hey, you know what? I'm glad I didn't totally shit on your team, because good for you for trying to go after Sterling Shepard. And I got to say, I think Savoy and Craig easily had the best sticker placement of any of the teams. Yeah, not a single one crooked. I'm going to have to give the edge to Craig. Immaculate sticker placement. Immaculate. Yeah, good job, Craig. Hey, if you do nothing else this season, good job on the sticker placement. That's some grade A work right there, buddy. Good job. You got a little bit of lucky, a little bit of that luck of the Italian. You know what I mean? As they say, the luck of the Italian. Got a couple lads going on Sunday morning. We got our last London game of the NFL season. So as you can see there, the Broncos and the Jags, as is tradition, will be playing across the pond on the pitch, on the soccer pitch, on the fine Sunday morn. Get your tea and crumpets ready quite early, because you don't want to miss this doozy of a game. I tell you that right now. So as my English accent devolves into Australian. Oi, look at that fine Sheila over there on the phone. Now, I don't even know what that was, but guess what? In a couple weeks, you guys get my German, so stay tuned. Dankeschön, my friend. My Freund, danke. A little sneak preview. To see the football over in Germany. You thought that negative commish would forget about the German game. No, my Freund. I would say Dankeschön for reminding me of your. That's good into the British. I've never had to do a German accent on this before, but the streusel will be flowing very, very well. And make sure you say Dankeschön. It's very rude to not say Dankeschön. I gotta be more angry. German, very angry language. So yes. I don't know if that's where he's getting some Wiener Schnitzel and some beer steins. I don't know, but he will very much be enjoying himself wherever he's going, I am sure. Just like there's the Bucks and the Bucks and the Scheitzen. The Bucks and the Seahawks. The Bucks and the Seahawks will be playing over in Berlin. So make sure you wake up very early and get your streusel and enjoy the game. All right? Dankeschön, my friend. Danke. All right. So everything's better in Texas, right? It's just the public water supply of Dallas, Texas. So, you can either buy it up here in Arkansas at the Walmart, or you can just go down to Dallas and open up the tap, and you got the same Nestle Pure Life right there for you. So, shit happens. Shit! Son of a bitch. Fuck it. Damon Targaryen Pierce. Michael, got to get your guy. Damon Pierce, got to get your guy. Kadarius Toney, got to get your guy. Naheem, got to get your guy. Naheem. On Richie James, but hey, got to get your guy. There was not a single other bid on Robert Tonyan, but hey, got to get your guy. Oh yeah, I way overspent on Gerald Everett. Hey, 2 weeks in a row, overspending on a guy. Hey, got to get your guy. Am I right? Got to get your guy. Welch's mixed fruit snacks made with real fruit. Fun fact, you can hide these in the refrigerator and nobody will even know that they're there to get them outside of maybe one or two people. You guys want to see if I can throw all these in my mouth at once and eat them? Because you're about to see it. Woo! Tastes like fruit. You know what I mean? Or Smarties. See that? Smarties. Come on. Get focused. Smarties game of the week. Smarties original candy. I don't even know what the hell these are, but they're like basically powdered sugar, compact flavored powdered sugar stuff. It's good. They're good. They make you smart, as Smarties say, So this is why you get a big brain. I ate a lot of these as a kid. That's why I have the brains and the strength to be able to become your commissioner, the best commissioner you've ever seen. So Smarties, the official powdered sugar candy of the Bring That Wood Fantasy Football League. You want to see if I can eat all these? I did that earlier with something this year. Let's see. I'll do it.
Don't do it.
I'll do it.
Don't do it. Weirdo.
They say it couldn't be done. Powerade Zero game of the week. Powerade Zero, zero sugar sports drink. Vitamins B3, B6, B12, sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium. Stuff that on their own could probably kill you. So Powerade Zero. Cheers. Refreshing. I'll go ahead and do this first. The Goldfish baked snack cracker game of the week. Cheddar flavored Goldfish by Pepperidge Farms. Pepperidge Farms remembers no artificial flavors or preservatives. Now that's something to smile about, am I right? Nobody wants those genetically modified organisms in their food, or stuff that's going to give you stomach cancer, liver cancer, just destroy you from the inside out. Nobody wants that. So you can eat 55 of these bad boys and it's only 140 calories, so you can really go to town on this bag. I want to see if I can eat the whole bag. Just kidding. Cheers. Certainly is delicious. See that? No Man's Land beef jerky game of the week. No Man's Land beef jerky, slow-dried, old-fashioned jerky. The Native Americans used to make this. It's probably an old Osage recipe passed down through many generations. But I don't want to assume, I don't want. Osage was just the first one that came to mind. It could very well be many of the other ones, but anyway, whatever. It's good. It's good beef jerky. Shout out to Duncan for putting me onto this. Never had beef jerky before, but this stuff's pretty good. So, No Man's Land beef jerky, the official beef jerky of the Bring That Wood Fantasy Football League. Cheers. The good thing is, too, it says it expires, but does dried meat really expire? Right? Sorry, it's dried meat. So, all right. So, as always, woo pig.
Hey, I knew those players were, bitch.
Anyways, that's all I got this week, fellas. Good luck, everybody. Stay safe out there. And as always, woo pig. So, anyways, that's all I got this week, fellas. Everybody, good luck this week. Stay safe out there. And as always, woo pig.
Woo pig.
And go Hogs. And as always, woo pig. I'm thankful for all you guys. This league couldn't be what it is without all you guys. I love you guys. It's that time of the year where you get old sappy commish, even though my team's dog shit. And hey, I don't love you guys when you're beating me, but I do love you guys. So appreciate all you guys' commitment and what the time and the effort that you put into this league. And there's really nothing else to say other than woo pig. Blaine is really good at fantasy football. Do you guys like this? This is a sneak peek of the inner monologue of the commish. That's this premium package. this is what it would sound like if you were to like and subscribe. So if this is something you would be interested in, please like and subscribe and pay the premium package plus. Thank you.